Hi, welcome back to Accidental Homeschooler. Thank you for joining me for this fairly difficult conversation about sex and all the things that go with it. So today I want to talk about chastity for boys. And as a Christian, I think chastity is important. Part of the reason that I think it's important is because, well, there are two reasons, I'll say. One, when you deny indulgence, you make the thing that you are denying yourself more special. And I think that the sex act should be special. And that just comes, that just seems to be logical to me. If you are promiscuous, then it's not special. Then when you get married, it's less special. It just is less special. That doesn't mean that it doesn't have any value or that, all of that stuff, because I believe in marriage. And of course, if you do things before you get married, then it changes. It just changes what the sex act is to the marriage. Okay, so, but the other reason that chastity is important, in my opinion, is, look, boys peak sexually when they're like 18 to 20, like very young, I would say. And this culture has succeeded progressively to infantilize our young men. One of the ways that they are infantilized is the promiscuity culture that we have engendered now. And I would say that part of the reason that God gives such a strong libido to young men and tells them to deny themselves is to make men out of them. And we know that there's the old phrase, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? When young women are promiscuous, they have a bigger challenge to find a mate. And the mate is not likely to stick around if the young woman gets pregnant. Or is liable to try to talk her into getting an abortion because he doesn't want the responsibility of having a child. And so, to my mind, what we ought to be doing as good parents is challenging our young men with chastity, with abstinence, as a way of shaping them into stronger young men. Because as a young person, if you can control, look, we have very strong desire for air. You can't sit and not take a breath. You get overwhelmed with the desire to breathe, okay? Food is another one. Water, of course, is one. And sex is right up there. At a certain age, the hormones kick in and boy, you're on a train now, okay? When you teach a child to deny that impulse and to control it, to exert control over his base, very, very strong impulse, you're teaching him to be a man. If he succeeds, then he knows how strong he is. And so for that reason, I think it's very important to challenge our young men with that direction. And so those are the two reasons that I think that abstinence is important, particularly for our young men. And tomorrow we'll talk about our young women. And have you had the conversation yet with your child? Because here's the thing. If you, as an adult, say, we're going to have this talk, let's do it. And you force the issue, you have the talk. You become stronger. And your bond with your child becomes stronger. And by the way, if it goes very poorly the first time, do it again. And do it again. And do it again. Until it goes well enough that you're satisfied. Because it's that important. All right, so that's it for me, Sam Sorbo. Please go to my website, sign up for my newsletter, and also follow me at the Sam Sorbo on Twitter. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Love your comments. You can leave comments below, and all the other stuff is in the description. Thanks for tuning in.